In today's video, we'll be talking all about the brand new release from Mugler, Alien Goddess Intense. If you're interested in hearing my thoughts on it, then just keep watching. Before we get into the video, I do want to quickly introduce myself for those of you who may be new here. My name is Ayesha. I make videos about fragrance, beauty, luxury, and lifestyle. If those are things you're interested in, please consider subscribing. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So like I said, in today's video, we'll be talking about the brand new Alien Goddess Intense. So I'll basically be giving you a review on this brand new fragrance, comparing it to the original fragrance, and letting you guys know if you need this or not. So let's go ahead and get into the details. So first up, let me show you a close-up of this brand new bottle. I love this bottle. This is what it looks like, the typical Alien bottle, but this one is gold, and it kind of has a gradient into this beautiful amber color. This is what the other side looks like. And this one is the 3-ounce bottle, if I'm remembering correctly. I will have the actual details down below for you guys. I also, at the same time, picked up the original Alien Goddess, which, believe it or not, I had never smelled. But this is what the original bottle looks like. And it's very, very similar. Very similar. The only difference is that this one kind of has a gradient into a clear or goldish color, whereas the new version goes into a darker color at the bottom. And I think on the larger bottles, the gradient is more apparent than on this smaller bottle. But if you see these out in store, the new one has the darker bottom, and also the box has Intense on it. So this is the box of the new version, and this is the box of the original version. So you can see they differ in color, and the Intense is definitely listed on the bottom of the box of the new one. So when I heard Mugler was coming out with this fragrance, I was very excited to try it because I had heard things about Alien Goddess, the original, and it was kind of up and down, mixed reviews on them. And so when I saw this one, for some reason, it just intrigued me. I really wanted to try it. I had a feeling I would be purchasing it when it came out, and you can see I did. Now, because I had never smelled the original Alien Goddess, I went ahead and purchased that too, just so I could compare them for you all. And you see I got the small bottle of the original, and I got the large bottle of the new version. So in this video, I'm going to really just try to do a comparison of these two fragrances, and then at the end of the video, I'll kind of let you know about any other fragrances that I think they compare to, and let you guys know if this is a need, which no fragrance is really a need, but y'all feel me, right? So first up, let's talk about the original Alien Goddess. So like I said, I had never tried this before, but this fragrance to me smells like a jasmine, coconut, vanilla fragrance. It is quite beautiful. It's also a little bit salty and just kind of airy smelling. So perfect for summer. Now, I know when the original Alien Goddess came out, I feel like a lot of people didn't like it because they felt like it wasn't a true Alien. Now, let me give you a little bit of background on myself. I have had Alien for years. I no longer own it. Hint, hint. But I've had Alien for years. I did enjoy the smell of it, but I found that it was one that I could not wear. It was too strong for me. It was too intense. Like the florals gave me a headache in that. The jasmine specifically. And I think it was that just very prominent jasmine amber mix that I just couldn't deal with. So I finally ended up getting rid of my bottle that I had. But when I smell it on other people, I do enjoy it, but it's not one that I can wear. It bothers me when I wear it, and I don't like to keep fragrances that bother me when I wear them. So I wanted to give you guys that background because when this one came out, a lot of people did not like this fragrance because they felt like the jasmine was not enough for them. Like if you are an Alien lover, you probably love that jasmine note in Alien. The complaint was that in this fragrance, it just wasn't prominent enough. It wasn't strong enough. It was a lighter fragrance. Now, coming from someone who was not a big Alien fan, I actually enjoy that about this fragrance a lot because the jasmine is there and you can still smell that original Alien DNA, but barely. Like the jasmine to me smells the same, And in my opinion, jasmine is one of those notes that can go a lot of different ways. Sometimes it smells very seductive. Sometimes it smells kind of sharp. Sometimes it's quite heady. And I just feel like jasmine is a tricky note for me. And I personally don't tend to gravitate towards jasmine forward scents because there's only a few of them that I like. So I will say that if you were an original alien lover and you're expecting that type of strong jasmine note and that amber note, you're not going to get that in this Alien Goddess. Now, with the new Alien Goddess Intense, I definitely feel like the jasmine is more present. You can definitely smell alien when you smell this one. The jasmine is definitely there. Now, do I think it's as strong as the original Alien? No. But what I smell in this one is the strong jasmine. You do get a little bit of saltiness. You get a little bit of sweetness. I still think that this one is really well blended, just like the original Alien Goddess. But the jasmine is definitely more forward. I guess they listened to the complaints of their faithful following and they amped up the jasmine in this, and it is the same type of kind of thick, heavy jasmine note that you get in the original Alien, but not to that same degree. I still think this is definitely wearable in the summer. So to sum this one up, to me, this smells like a salty, sweet coconut jasmine scent. You do get some vanilla in there, and I will say that the jasmine is definitely the most prominent note in this fragrance initially when you spray it. Now, as you continue to wear this fragrance, I find that it dries down and the jasmine kind of blends in with the other notes, and the jasmine does become less prominent over time, but to me, that thick jasmine sticks around for the first few hours of this fragrance. So speaking of that, let's talk about projection and longevity. So for the OG, I think this fragrance projects moderately. To me, it lasted pretty well. I would say I got about 6 to 7 hours out of it, but around the 4-hour mark or so, it became more of a skin scent. Not necessarily a skin scent because I could still get little whiffs of it, but more so a skin scent, like people weren't smelling it on me. As for the intense version, I feel like I got around the same amount of longevity, so probably about 6 or 7 hours at least. And I do feel like it was more prominent the entire time. I think that this one didn't turn into a skin scent until probably around the 6-hour mark. And I think that the strong jasmine tone of this started fading probably around the 4-hour mark. Now, when it comes to pricing for these fragrances, I do like that this new intense version of Alien Goddess is the same exact price as the original. So just looking at the 3-ounce bottles, they both retail for $170 each. Now, of course, you don't have to go for the 3-ounce. I just picked that because I did. So I definitely appreciate that because I feel like a lot of times when these intense versions come out, they raise the price on them and there's really no need. So of course, the main focus of this video was to let you guys know how similar these two are, but I do want to mention another fragrance that this one, the new intense version, reminds me of. And this is an older fragrance. It is one that I have not always loved, but I had it in my collection for probably about a year and I do enjoy it. I just have to be in the mood to wear it. So the fragrance I'm referring to is Jasmine Rouge from Tom Ford. So if you have smelled this fragrance, to me, this is one of the jasmine scents that I like, because the jasmine is definitely prominent. Like, this is all jasmine and it's quite prominent. It's sensual. It kind of has almost an animalic touch to it, but not really. I think it's just done very well. I think this is like a quintessential jasmine that you should definitely try, even if you're not a jasmine lover. Because like I said, I'm not a jasmine lover. It is growing on me, but this is one that I really enjoy. It's a little bit sweet. It's a little bit like animalic. When I say animalic, I mean more like skin smelling jasmine, like a musky jasmine, I guess. It's quite beautiful in my opinion, but when I sprayed the new Alien Goddess, I was reminded of Jasmine Rouge. Now, are they the same? Definitely not. This one again has that coconut, that vanilla. It's a little bit sweeter, definitely more summertime appropriate. This one is definitely more sensual, more thick, and probably more suited for colder weather in my opinion, but I do think you can get away with wearing this one year round if you love jasmine, especially if you wear this one at night. So are they the same? No, you definitely could have both of these fragrances and feel like you have two different fragrances, but they do definitely remind me of each other. One other thing that I wanted to go over is a lotion that I've been layering these fragrances over as I've been testing them. And this is from Love Beauty and Planet. This is the coconut water and mimosa flower lotion. Now, to me, this smells like a sweet coconut vanilla floral scent. I know mimosa is the flower in here, but to me, it smells like a mixture of different florals. And I think it just layers really well with both the original Alien Goddess and Alien Goddess Intense. So I figured I would share that because I know a lot of you guys like to layer your fragrances with similar lotions. And this is the one I've been using, and I think they work really well together. All right, so we're at the point where I let you guys know if this is a must buy. And first, I'm going to tell you what I think for you all. So I think that if you are an Alien lover, but you want a summer version that is lighter, you want to get on that coconut vanilla train, but you love your Alien, you want that jasmine to be present, then I definitely think Alien Goddess Intense is a good buy. I do think you should definitely check it out. I don't think it's currently in a lot of stores yet. I had to order mine online, so this was a blind buy for me. But I think once it gets to stores, you should definitely test this out, because I think if you love Alien, you will love this if you're looking for a lighter summertime version. No, it's not going to give you beast mode Alien performance, but I really think this is a really nice fragrance, especially if you love jasmine, if you love the Alien DNA, and if you want a summer take on that. I think this is a really good one. It's very beautiful. Now, as for me and my house, do I think this is a must buy? No, I do not. And I wanted to point out that I do enjoy this fragrance. Is it a love for me? Not quite. I do really like it though, and it is staying in my collection. But I have to say, for me, I actually prefer the original. And I know that's probably not the most common answer you're going to get about these fragrances, but when I sprayed this original, I was mad that I didn't buy it sooner, because to me, the original is just summertime goodness. I didn't need it to smell like the original Alien. I needed it to be just a beautiful summertime fragrance. So I think if you go into it looking at it like that and you're not expecting it to smell like the original Alien, then you wouldn't be disappointed in this fragrance if this is the type of fragrance you're looking for. I thought it sat really well on my skin. I love the balance of the sweet and salty and floral vibe that I got from the original Alien Goddess. So for me, I actually prefer the original, and I wish I would have switched sizes on these, but hey, you live and you learn. I have so many fragrances, so it really doesn't matter that I don't have the larger size. But I will say that for the new Intense version, I did really enjoy wearing it. It did give me more bang for my buck, shall I say, because I could smell it more. But to me, this jasmine that's in here, because it's more prominent, it didn't give me a headache or anything, but I do feel like it could be slightly bothersome. And this is one that I would prefer to wear in an air-conditioned environment instead of out in the hot heat. I will say the other day I wore this to work and I was congested, and it kind of slightly bothered me. It did not give me a headache. It didn't add to my feeling down, but I was kind of wishing that I had chosen a different fragrance that didn't like mess with my sinuses. So I did want to put that out there. I do think this is beautiful. I will keep it in my collection. I will wear it, but I definitely think that for me, this is more of an air conditioner only fragrance, whereas this one, I can go ham. It was never too much. I wore this out in the hot heat. No problem. I actually one day wore like this on one arm, this on the other arm, and kind of sniffed them throughout the day just so I can get that side-by-side comparison. And I just have to say, I prefer the smell of this. I also wanted to add that in the very deep dry down of the new Intense version, it does smell like the original. And I like that portion of it. I like the dry down more than I like the opening. And I will say, at that point in the dry down when I was wearing both fragrances, the Intense version was still more prominent than this original version. So I think if I was going to be going somewhere and I was in air conditioning and I was going to be out all day, I would go for the Intense version. And if I knew I was going to be outside all day and wanted to reach for a fragrance like this, I would go for the original Alien Goddess. So that's it. That's the video. If you guys have tried Alien Goddess or the new Intense version, let me know what you think of them down below. Do you think this was a necessary add-on for the Mugler house? I honestly think that it was a good add-on because I heard so many reviews about the original not having enough alien in it. I think this was a good add-on for them, but I definitely don't think you need both. So if you've tried both of these, definitely let us know what you think of them in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you're not already subscribed, please go ahead and do that now. And make sure you follow me over on Instagram. I actually gave you guys a sneak peek that I'll be talking about this fragrance today. So I always like to share little sneak peeks over there. So definitely check me out over on Insta. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.